What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome in to another edition of Underground Sports Philadelphia, presented by the city of Vineland. It's your boy KB, coming at you solo dolo. I am fresh off, and I'm speechless. An unbelievable trip to Citizens Bank Park. I had to do it to him, ladies and gentlemen. I had to do it to him. I had to go down to the bank and will the boys to victory to make sure that they clinch the bye and we're going to the NLDS off the rip. And I did just that. I went off and I made sure that the boys were going to have a bye week, and now the Fightin' Phils are ready to rock and roll into the NLDS. It feels good. It feels good to have gotten the boys to where they needed to be. I'll recap the historic night that I just experienced at Citizens Bank Park. We'll go around Major League Baseball as the final week of the regular season is here. We will also talk about this slew of Eagles injuries that have magically popped up across the board, and we will also get into those ever so beautiful Philadelphia 76ers Allen Iverson throwback anniversary jerseys that they'll be wearing this year, and why I'm so excited. Because 90s babies, let's ride, okay? AI jerseys are back. We're ready to rock. Plus, if you're watching on YouTube, you're probably noticing a little bit of a new setup here for the solo show. Trying something a little bit new here, and hopefully it, pieces itself together. I'm still not 100% satisfied with how everything looks, but I got a new computer for the first time in 5 years. During the old Pandy Wandy, I found a 2011 iMac all-in-one, splurged on it, $500. I was like, let's do it. This is going to help make life so much easier. And the fact that a 2011 model iMac purchased in 2020 lasted me to do what we had to do for the duration of us being on YouTube. For this entire time, since our existence on YouTube, we've been using this iMac 98% of the time. There's been a couple times I've used my laptops. But the fact that it got us to here to upgrade to a brand new 2025 Mac Mini, we've got a dual monitor setup, and it feels good. It feels good to be able to make these upgrades, to have you guys at home watching and listening, believing in us, so that sponsors believe in us, so that we can get upgrades like this to the studio, so that we can enhance our content and make things look even better than they have been in the past. I'm super thrilled with how unbelievable this computer quality of life is going to be for me, and how it's going to enhance anything we do recording wise in studio. I still got to adjust the monitor screen a little bit so that I don't look like I'm sitting in a hole, but I'm liking the new cleaner layout here, and I feel like a brand new human. So this is all possible because of all of you who listen and watch and consume our content. So thank you. And again, while we're here, make sure you're following us on the socials at Underground PHI across the board. We're on every social platform, so follow us. We're ever so close to 4,000 followers on Twitter, ever so close to 2,000 followers on Instagram. So be sure to follow us wherever you consume your social content. We're on every platform. You can follow me on Twitter at KBIZZL311, KBIZZLE11 on Instagram. The socials going across the bottom, too. I upgraded the ticker a little bit, cleaned some things up, changed some things up. But yeah, follow us on the socials. Subscribe to the pod. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts in audio form, leave us a 5-star review. It goes a long way for helping this show continue to grow. It helps more people find Underground Sports Philadelphia and our entire catalog of podcasts. So be sure to subscribe on Apple and Spotify. Leave us those 5-star reviews. It really does help the show continue to grow. And if you want to watch the show and see this brand new setup, subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@undergroundsportsphiladelphia. That is where you get full video episodes of this show twice a week, full video episodes of every show on our network, clips, shorts, live streams, original video content. It's all on our YouTube channel. We are currently at 1,106 subscribers, so let's get to our next 100 subscriber milestone. We are 94 subscribers away. Let's make that happen before my birthday. Let's hit 1,200 subscribers before my birthday on October 29th. How about that? But keep subscribing to YouTube. Leave a like on the video. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about the setup changes. If you like them, if you know things that I can do to fix them, let me know. youtube.com/@undergroundsportsphiladelphia. Click that bell icon so you know whenever new videos go live. And guys, this show is proudly presented by the city of Vineland. And the city of Vineland, guys, it's the place to be, especially this November, because we are going to have the Garden State Comic Fest coming to the new Vineland Convention Center Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, November 16th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Meet Melissa Joan Hart. Yes, Sabrina the Teenage Witch is going to be in my city. We got to try to get her on the show. But yes, meet Melissa Joan Hart plus fan favorite stars like Dan Parent, the legendary Archie's comic artist and writer, Kevin Clash, the voice of Elmo, Splinter, and Baby Sinclair, and Keith Williams, the iconic comic book inker from Marvel, and more. Comics, cosplay, collectibles, and over 6,000 fans. Visit gscfvineland.com for all the details. Again, the Garden State Comic Fest is coming to the new Vineland Convention Center Saturday, November 15th, and Sunday, November 16th. For all the details, visit gscfvineland.com, Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. A big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast.
Hello, I'm Mayor Anthony Fanucci. Vineland, New Jersey offers both a great business location and an outstanding quality of life. But don't just take my word for it, the experts agree. We're proud to be recognized as a premier food processing and logistics hub, one of New Jersey's most affordable and desirable cities, and one of the best places to retire in the country. Visit vinelandcity.org and see how our resources can work for you. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
If you catch me looking over this way, I have another monitor to this side of me, to the right of me. So I have some notes that I write down for timestamps for the ad graphics that you see pop up on YouTube and stuff like that. But I was trying to pull the ad read right in front of me on the screen. But nonetheless, we're learning. This is the first episode I'm recording with the new setup, guys. I feel great. I feel energized. And that is due in part to our fightin' Phils. Our Philadelphia Phillies, ladies and gentlemen. They put on an absolute clinic tonight as I record this on Wednesday night. 11-1, the final score. And not only was it 11-1, not only was it a dominant 10 strikeout performance from Jesus Luzardo, gave up only 3 hits. Not only was it just me having an incredible night because shout out to TickPick. Shout out to my boy Kyle Zorn. They had one single ticket available to sit in section 111, which is right down the first base foul line, row 3 for $59. And I had a prior ticket purchase from TickPick, so I had a $9 ticket credit to utilize. So I sat 3 rows off the field at Citizens Bank Park for $50 tonight. And it was one of the coolest experiences of my life. And I say that because I witnessed history. Major League Baseball is such an old sport. And I mean old because it's been around for a long time. It's rare that you're in a ballpark and it's this late in a season and you witness history. And I witnessed history on multiple occasions at Citizens Bank Park. Number 1, it popped up on the screen when he got his 10th strikeout. Jesus Luzardo became the 3rd Phillies pitcher, joining Robert Person and Roy Halladay, to have at least 7 double-digit strikeout games in a single season. That's incredible, and a performance like that, in my opinion, and this is no slight to Ranger Suarez, a performance like Jesus Luzardo had tonight, a month of September that Jesus Luzardo had, it firmly, in my mind, puts him as your number 2 starter in the NLDS. Because I think he will pitch to the crowd at Citizens Bank Park. I think he will feast off of that. He will play into the Red October craziness at the bank. And I would love to see it on full display. And I just think he's pitched incredibly well for 85% of the season. He's had a couple of stretches. Obviously, he had the moment where everyone thinks he was tipping pitches and such. And, you know, he had the game against the Mets that he got shelled by the umpire, who was a replacement ump. But since then, and moments between then, Luzardo has been as advertised and has been a fantastic piece to this rotation and a huge reason why the Phillies have the 2nd best record in baseball. That's number 1. Number 2, I witnessed Edmundo Sosa come off of the injured list and hit not 1, not 2, but 3 home runs on Wednesday night. Edmundo Sosa hit the hat trick of dingers. A home run hat trick for Edmundo Sosa. Now, why is that history, may you ask? Well, it was history for a number of reasons, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, it was the first multi-home run game of Edmundo Sosa's career. That, in and of itself, is amazing. And if you know me, you know I am indeed bitches. I love Sosa. Number 2, it was history because Edmundo Sosa, like I said, went for the trifecta, hit the Hattie, 3 home runs in a game. Edmundo Sosa became the first and only Philly shortstop in team history to have a 3 home run game. I witnessed a franchise first before my very eyes. Jimmy Rollins never did it. Larry Bowa never did it. Trey Turner has never done it. Freddie Galvis never did it. Scott Kingery never did it. A lot of shortstops have come through Philadelphia in my lifetime alone. And Edmundo Sosa became the first shortstop in Philadelphia Phillies history to have a 3 home run game. So that was history part 2 and 3. Luzardo, 2 bits of history with Edmundo Sosa. The big one. The big one. The Philadelphia Phillies set a franchise record for home runs in a game with 8. 8 home runs in this game against the Marlins. 3 by Edmundo Sosa, like I mentioned. 2 from Kyle Schwarber, so he now sits at 56 home runs on the year. 2 shy of tying Ryan Howard's franchise record, 3 shy of breaking the record. Alec Boehm continues to rake. He hits a home run in this game. Otto Kemp continues to play well. He hits a home run in this game. And then Bryson Stott, also with a bit of history, hits a home run in this game to make up the 8 home runs. And Bryson Stott hit the longest home run of his major league career thus far, striking that ball 441 feet. It was a historic night at the bank. I took advantage of where I was sitting. I brought my Rode mics. I had myself mic'd up, was filming videos all night of the field, of myself, reaction videos, and it was an incredible night, and just a tip of the cap to Rode there, because those microphones picked up the sound impeccably. And thanks to TickPick for having that seat available for the price it was at and made it affordable, and your boy got to witness some history damn near on the field. Obviously it was history on the field, but I was damn near on the field thanks to TickPick. Hopefully we'll be working with TickPick at some point, because they are truly the best in the game. But all of that history, ladies and gentlemen, calls for the aforementioned tip of the cap. And my tip of the cap is brought to you by our good pals over at 47. Guys, listen. Red October is ready to rock and roll. We are locked in. The bye week is in. The Phillies are playing in the NLDS on October 4th. Your boy will be in the building wearing 47. They are truly the best in the game. They have everything officially licensed. Gear up for Red October. Get your Phils hats, apparel, merchandise, and more. Use our link in the description. Shop with 47. And when you join the 47 family, you create an account on their website. It's free to do. You earn points for every purchase you make. And when you rack up points, that means you get free things. And who doesn't love free? But join the 47 family. Get free shipping on all orders when you do so by using our link in the description to shop with 47. So again, shop with 47 by using our link in the description of the podcast. Join the 47 family, get free shipping on all orders, and gear up for Red October with 47, a proud partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. Red October's here. The Phils are going to the NLDS. We're still waiting to see whether or not the 1 seed has any life. It's looking a little less hopeful than it was just a few days ago. You know, there were moments to feel excited about it potentially happening. I just don't know if it's possible now with the Brewers. They've won a couple of games here, and they are almost inevitably going to be the 1 seed. But it is fun to hold out hope. But the Phils are winning, and at worst, they'll be the 2 seed. They can still, if they make it to the World Series, have home field advantage in the World Series. And that, to me, is even more valuable because I think this team can go and perform on the road if needed. Granted, are they better at home? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, if you need them to go win some games on the road, I think they're fully capable of doing it. They're 41-40 away, so they will finish with an above 500 record on the road this year, and they are 52-25 at home at the time of this recording. So there's still some hope, but you know, you need the Brewers to kind of have an epic collapse of proportion to give the Phillies any chance of clinching that 1 seed. But I'm kind of fully locked into knowing it's going to be the 2 seed. It's going to be the winner of the Dodgers versus whoever claims that 6 seed, whether it's the Reds, the Diamondbacks, or the fucking New York Mets. We'll see how that all shakes out. But the Phils are going to the NLDS. I think this is huge for a number of reasons. Number one, they now know how the bye works. Last year was the first time them having the bye. And they quite frankly shit the bed. And now they know how the bye works. They can get this rotation set up correctly. I think Christopher Sanchez is scheduled to pitch on Sunday, which would put him at roughly his normal rest to pitch on Saturday, October the 4th. And, you know, to have Sanchez ready to go, to then follow him up with Luzardo, and then follow that up with Ranger in an NLDS that I believe is a best of 5. Am I remembering that correctly? MLB playoff schedule. I believe the NLDS is a best of 5, which I don't know if I necessarily agree with, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. So you got to kind of take that for what it is. So here we go. Game 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's a best of 5. You're going to be able to throw your 3 best pitchers in this series and close it out and do the damn thing. And, like, you'll have Walker Buehler on this playoff roster, I think. I think you'll have Taijuan Walker as well. The weird part is I don't know if Aaron Nola makes the NLDS roster. You know, it's a short series. You have the aforementioned Christopher Sanchez, Jesus Luzardo, Ranger Suarez. I think the only quote-unquote issue is then you're going all left-handed starters. But at the end of the day, like, I think any of those guys are matchup-proof almost. And the way the bullpen is throwing right now, I think, you know, they'll round into form and be ready to go. You just need guys like David Robertson and Ryan Kerkering to figure some shit out. But I don't know if Nola makes the initial NLDS roster. With a longer series, Nola makes it because then you have a Game 4 starter who has postseason experience, who has World Series experience. And, you know, I know Nola's had ups and downs this year. Hasn't been an ideal season whatsoever. Obviously, most of it was taken away by injury. But I think, you know, if he can go 5 innings in a playoff series before you give up 1 run, 2 runs at most, you feel good about your offense, the way they're playing right now. Trey Turner's not playing right now. Bryce Harper was out tonight as I record this due to illness. So, I mean, like, you don't have your full cast of characters. JT Realmuto did not play tonight. So, I mean, like, it's certainly a good problem to have, knowing that, like, you got to pick and choose some of these starters, but it feels good that, like, we're going to be able to set the rotation. You're going to be able to get guys off their feet. You're going to get some guys healthy, get them rested. Trey Turner, get him back. You know, get Bryce Harper off of his feet a little bit. Get Kyle Schwarber ready to rock and roll for some October Schwar bombs. You know, get everybody ready to go. Get everyone rested. And I just feel like this team has an it factor about them that they haven't had in quite some time. You know, they were destined to go and win that World Series in 2023. And I think a lot of those guys know that that was a prime opportunity they had, and they shit the bed against the Diamondbacks. They had an opportunity against the Astros too, but again, that was their first time there. They were lightning in a bottle, and the lightning kind of just ran out. 2024, they certainly know they shit the bed. I think they know, and Zach Wheeler getting injured, I think I brought this up either last episode or the episode before. This team knows that Zach Wheeler getting, you know, the thoracic outlet surgery and him being done for the year, I think that, like, woke some of these guys up. I think it made them realize, hey, this thing is not forever. We got to get this job done with this crew, with this core, because we're all not going to be here together, you know, forever. Like this group of Phillies, you know, we're not Iron Men. We got to get this job done. And I think they all want to win it for each other. I think that's the most important thing, is this team wants to go out and win together. They want to go and win it for Topper. They want to win it for Wheeler. They want to win it for Alvarado. And it just feels like that something is brewing at the bank. And, you know, being there tonight and just feeling the energy in the stadium, it was a sight to behold. Every home run that was hit was just magic, and you felt the energy just like perusing through every single member that was in attendance in those stands, every single fan, every single employee. Like, it just feels like the Phillies have the it factor to finally get over the hump and make some magic happen in October. And I truly feel like the National League playoffs are going to be a harder test for this team because the American League's so wide open. You don't know who you'd be facing if you get to the World Series. You obviously have to get there first, but it's one of those things that the Phillies have the best rotation, I think, of any playoff team in the National League. They have one of the best lineups going right now, and they have one of, if not the best manager. You know, I know managers, and I've said it before, they don't really account for much in terms of win-loss, but they account for a lot in the postseason. The button pushing you have to do is tremendous in the playoffs. And I think Topper gets so much unmitigated hate and so much criticism for no reason. And I just think this team is ready to push themselves forward and go win the whole gosh darn thing. It just feels that way. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just how I'm feeling right now. It's how I think a lot of people are feeling right now. And it's exciting. It's a cool feeling. We don't get to feel like this often. I've done this whole song and dance on the past couple of episodes, so I won't relitigate that. But we don't get to experience this type of joy and success all that often. So, like, let's embrace it. Let's have ourselves in October. Let's have ourselves some fun. Because guess what? This team deserves to get champion next to their name. They deserve to have World Series champions. Every single member of this roster does. And it's going to be a damn exciting October. And I'm so excited for it. And you can gear up. It's overall season, baby. It's overall season at FOCO. Guys, my overalls are calling to me like the Green Goblin mask. I'm ready to put those suckers on and go to battle at the bank in the postseason. I'm going to be there for game 1 of the NLDS. No matter who we're playing, I have tickies. I'll be in the building. I'll be in the overalls, ready to go. All thanks to FOCO. FOCO is the leader in forever collectibles, the leader in fan apparel. They are truly the best. Gear up for Red October. Get your Phillies overalls. Get your Phillies shortalls. Be sure to be repping, styling, and profiling at Citizens Bank Park with our friends at FOCO. Use our link in the description to shop with FOCO and gear up for Red October the FOCO way. And we thank FOCO for being a long-standing and proud partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. Feels good, man. Red October. I just feel it. I feel like Spider-Man with the suit just taking it. I feel like Venom, ready to go. It's so exciting. The Phils clinch a bye. The NLDS is here. A historic night at the bank. And let's close out the regular season the right way. And guess what? I'll be there on Sunday, too. I'll be there on Sunday watching Christopher Sanchez put a bow on his Cy Young candidacy because he certainly deserves the Cy Young Award. He deserves the Cy Young Award. I know Paul Skeens has been great, but guess what? Take a look at Christopher Sanchez and Paul Skeens' stats. They're eerily similar. Eerily. And Christopher Sanchez has the pressure of pitching to a higher degree right now because his team is a postseason team. He's fighting every single, outing, knowing that he's pitching on a bigger stage, knowing that he's pitching for a bigger purpose. Had to take over as the team's number one because the number one, who was also a Cy Young candidate, out for the year. Christopher Sanchez deserves that Cy Young. Also, I just remembered as well, Jesus Luzardo set a brand new career high in strikeouts in a season, 209. He and Sanchez, pair of teammates this year, the only pair of teammates to record 200-plus strikeouts. That's pretty good, if I do say so myself. So congrats to Jesus Luzardo. Congrats to the Phils, who hit the 8 homers to set a new franchise record. And congrats to Edmundo Sosa, the Edmund Goat. Shout out to Mark Kremer. Let's talk a little bit about the birds. Before we get into the birds, I want to talk to you guys about our awesome pals over at Kenwood Beer, the official beer partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's a refreshing light beer, just 4.1% ABV, 120 calories, just 8 grams of carbs. You guys can go to kenwoodbeer.com, use the Kenny Finder to see who's got Kenwood Beer on tap in the Philadelphia, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and Pittsburgh areas. You can also find Kenwood Beer at your local liquor stores in those markets. Again, kenwoodbeer.com is the place to check it. Use that Kenny Finder. And as always, guys, must be 21 or older to do so. And please drink and celebrate responsibly. The Philadelphia Eagles today announced a slew of injuries. And by slew, I mean like crazy number of injuries. It was not ideal to see this many guys out and placed on injured reserve. It was I don't know, man. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers like pirate magic. They've got pirate magic going on. The Eagles placed a number of players on injured reserve today. They placed Nolan Smith, Darius Cooper, and Jacorian Bennett on injured reserve. The biggest one, obviously, there is Nolan Smith, who re-aggravated the triceps injury that he sustained in the Super Bowl, his surgically repaired triceps. It's not going to require surgery, allegedly, according to Adam Schefter, but it's going to keep Nolan Smith out through the bye week, which is week 9. So he's going to be out this week against the Bucs. He's going to be out week 5 against the Broncos, week 6 against the Giants, week 7 against the Vikings, and week 8 against the Giants again. He has to miss a minimum of 4 games. He could be back for the game against the Packers, but not a given, obviously. It sucks, man. It sucks. Like, luckily this team has depth. Jalix Hunt, Josh Uche, Zadarius Smith. It's brutal that, Nolan Smith is on injured reserve. He's a guy that I have had so much belief in, so much excitement about since we drafted him. And for him to be out for a minimum of 4 weeks, potentially through the bye, is not ideal. It's not great going into this Tampa Bay game where the Eagles are leaving a day early, so they'll get down there on Friday, I believe, because they may practice on Saturday in Tampa. It feels like every time we play the Buccaneers, like going into that week, we have injuries. Last year was AJ, Devontae, and Lane Johnson were out. Jalen Hurts in 2023 had the flu on that Monday night game. against them. It just feels like every time we play the Buccaneers, somebody or multiple somebodies get injured that are key to this team's success. We still don't know, Lane Johnson's full range of motion in his neck. He had that stinger. How much is that going to hold him back? Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell were held out of practice on Wednesday. It was either, Wednesday. Today. It's rough. It's rough, but luckily the Eagles have depth. They can overcome this. It's next man up mentality, and at the end of the day, they still have Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert. The offense just has to step up and put up points and be able to control the line of scrimmage, control the time of possession, and make sure that the defense, you still have Zadarius Smith filling in for Nolan Smith. You still have Moro Jomo, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. Hopefully Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell are good to go. You still have Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, Reed Blankenship. So, you still have guys, but it's going to be a taller task. You're going to a place that has been an absolute house of horrors for this team forever. For my entire lifetime, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have just been a thorn in our side. And you got to find a way to get the job done, improve to 4-0, beat a conference rival, a conference opponent that is also undefeated. And, they're going to be without Mike Evans, which, hopefully speedy recovery for him. Mike Evans is one of the best dudes in the NFL, one of the best players at his position and just in general. So that's a big boost for the Eagles, knowing that they don't have to worry about Mike Evans, but they still have Emeka Egbuka. They still have Bucky Irving, and they still have Baker Mayfield. So you still have offensive guys that you got to worry about. Vita Vea has been an Eagles killer, and Todd Bowles has just been able to scheme against the Eagles to a T in his coaching career with the Buccaneers. So there's going to be a lot that this team has to overcome, that this team has to figure out, that this team is going to have to really dial it in and be focused. And I'm excited to see how they approach it and what they're going to be able to do. But they're going to have to be on their P's and Q's. They're going to have to figure a lot of things out and do it without one of their best pass rushers, do it without, Ja'Cory and Bennett now out, who I thought, even though Puka Nacua was coming up with catches, and I brought this up on Monday's show, Ja'Cory and Bennett still was tackling and looked good, and knowing that he was injured doing it sucks. So now you're going to need, Adoree Jackson to really step up. And he has had a roller coaster start to the season. So there's a lot of things that this Eagles team need to clean up and be prepared for. And you got to also prepare for the weather, which is going to be brutal down in Tampa. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I chalked this one up as a loss in the preseason. Let's see if I can find that. If I can find that list. I don't know if I can find it. Eagles. Let's see. Where are my notes? September. October, August, I don't know where I put my notes here. That's kind of annoying. I'll have to find that, but I'm 90% sure I chalked the Buccaneers game up as a loss, but I think this team is still wildly talented. this team being the Eagles, and I think they have everything in the toolbox to get this win. It's just a matter of executing properly and being able to come away with, good play on the field, come away with maybe a win in the turnover battle, and get to Baker Mayfield. Make Baker Mayfield make mistakes. He's not going to have Mike Evans. He's not going to have Chris Godwin like he has in years past. So you got to make him make mistakes. You got to have Quinyon Mitchell dialed in on Ibuka, and I think the Eagles can win this game. Going into the year, I wasn't sure. Going into the past couple of weeks, I wasn't sure. But I think this team is so resilient. I think they have what it takes to get games like this under their belt. And I think the Eagles have every ounce of opportunity to go out and win this football game on Sunday. And it's just going to be a matter of being on top of your P's and Q's and being dialed in. And just, utilizing your playmakers, utilizing Jalen Hurts' skills, and letting Jalen Hurts be Jalen Hurts. That's when the Eagles are at their best. When Jalen Hurts is able to do Jalen Hurts things, this team is unstoppable, and they're able to do a lot of things because Jalen Hurts is the quarterback of this football team. And that's an exciting, thing to just feel about your football team is you have a quarterback that you can trust going into any singular game. I have full trust in Jalen Hurts. So I'm excited for the game. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a big test. It's a big early season test, just like the Rams were, just like the Chiefs were, just like Dallas was. As much as we want to joke that Dallas sucks, because they do, that Dallas game was a big first game challenge, and they passed the test. They passed the test so far. Let's keep passing the tests. Let's keep passing the test. Keep making people doubt us. Keep making people think the Eagles can't get it done. And let's walk away victorious, boys. Let's make things happen. Let's go around the NFL, too. We got some good games coming up this week. Thursday Night Football, Seahawks at the Cardinals. I believe the Cardinals are debuting their rivalries jerseys at home against the Seahawks. Those two always play two interesting games. And then we have morning football in Ireland. Shout out to Wes Euler. He's going over to Ireland for this one. The Vikings and the Steelers. Carson Wentz 2.0 back in action against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then in the 1 o'clock slate, we've got the Commanders at the Falcons, the Chargers at the Giants, the Titans at the Texans, the Eagles and the Bucks, the Panthers at the Patriots, the Saints at the Bills, the Browns at the Lions. And then the 4:05 slots, we've got the Jaguars at the 49ers, the Colts at the Rams. That could be a sneaky, very fun game of the week. And then 4:25, Bears at the Raiders, Ravens at the Chiefs, and then Sunday Night Football, Packers at the Cowboys, and then Monday Night Football doubleheader, Jets at Dolphins at 7:15 p.m., and Bengals at Broncos at 8:15 p.m. My games to watch this weekend, truthfully, Eagles-Bucks, of course. My next game to watch, simply because their defense has been spectacular to start the season, Browns at Lions is going to be fascinating to see what type of defense the Browns throw at that high-octane powered Lions offense. That's a sneaky fun one to watch. The Colts at Rams, for sure, is going to be unbelievable if both teams play to what they're capable of. Ravens at Chiefs is obviously going to be cinema. Packers, Cowboys, Micah Parsons returns to Jerry World. That's going to be unbelievable. Those are my games to watch. Eagles, Buccaneers, Browns, Lions, Colts, Rams, Ravens, Chiefs, Packers, Cowboys. And all season long, guys, you can watch your favorite teams on Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus is the place to watch the NFL all season long. Watch your local team's broadcast on Paramount Plus. Obviously, check all the listings available, but stream the NFL all season long on Paramount Plus. Use our link in the description. And if you're a student, get 50% off any Paramount Plus plan now through the end of the year when you use our link to sign up for Paramount Plus in the description. So sign up for Paramount Plus. Don't miss a single second of NFL action this season on Paramount Plus. Use our link in the description to sign up for Paramount Plus. And shout out to Paramount Plus for being a partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. We 90s babies are up. We are up. 2000 Sixers fans, we're up. We're feeling good. And you know what else you'll feel good about is our awesome merch partners at PHI Apparel Company. Guys, there's no better way to stand out in the crowd than with PHI Apparel Company, the official merch partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. There's no doubt in our minds you'll stand out in the crowd. Go to phiapparel.co, and when you go to checkout, use code UNDERGROUND to get 10% off your entire merch order from our awesome merch partners at PHI Apparel Company. So again, go to phiapparel.co, use code UNDERGROUND at checkout, get 10% off your next merch order from PHI Apparel Company, and stand out in the crowd with the official merch partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. The Philadelphia 76ers. It's been a while since we've talked about them. Obviously, we talked about them on draft night, and then I try to pretend they don't exist because they are such a weird and wacky and just like not good for your mental health type of team to talk about nonstop. I don't know how some people do it. But they unveiled the Iverson jersey. We're back. They look gorgeous. The 25th anniversary black Sixers jerseys are back, and I need to get one. They are truly just works of art. The fact that these uniforms run circles around the current jersey is absolutely hysterical. The Iverson-Era throwbacks are here. They will be wearing them in a number of games. The court will change, which just looks absolutely amazing. The 25th anniversary night. Let's see. When are the games? Here we go. The Sixers will wear the Iverson-Era jerseys on the following dates. They will wear them. Let's pull up the calendar here for the people. Calendar. They will wear the Iverson jerseys on November 8th is the first game, which is a Saturday. Saturday, November 8th against the Toronto Raptors. And Sunday, November 9th against the Detroit Pistons. They will wear them on Sunday, November 23rd against the Miami Heat. They will wear them on Thursday, December 4th against the Golden State Warriors. They will wear them on Sunday, December 7th against the Los Angeles Lakers, which is just a true throwback there. They will wear them on Saturday, December 20th against the Dallas Mavericks. Tuesday, December 23rd, Festivus against the Brooklyn Nets. They will wear them for the first time in 2026 on Saturday, January 24th against the New York Knicks. On Saturday, January 31st against the New Orleans Pelicans. They will then wear them again against the Knicks on Wednesday, February 11th. They will wear them on Tuesday, March 3rd against the San Antonio Spurs. Wednesday, March 4th against the Utah Jazz. Monday, March 23rd against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then for the final time this season, they will wear them on April 12th, Sunday, April 12th, against the Milwaukee Bucks. These jerseys look absolutely 100% impeccable. I am so impressed that number one, the Sixers didn't fuck it up because it would have been a non-zero chance that they screwed this up, but they did not screw it up. The only issue is I need to get one without that stupid sponsor on it because I refuse to have that on one of these jerseys if I get one. Do they have them for sale already? That's the real question. Do they have them for sale? Let's check NBA.com just for some giggles here. For some giggles, 76ers. They have Allen Iverson. But do they have it? Doesn't look like it yet. Oh, I wish that was the Navy. I wish that was the Navy one. Last year's jersey. Oh, that's the preschool edition. That's why. It does not look like they are yet on sale. Can I go to the Sixers Twitter? They have the link on Twitter. I don't know if they're for sale just yet. But I need to know for my own mental well-being because I love seeing the Sixers logo the way that it is. It's truly baffling that these are just so much better than what they currently wear. These jerseys are just beautiful. The logo is amazing. I need that logo on a 47 hat expeditiously. I don't know when they go on sale, but I need them. I need these bad boys like I need oxygen. I just need them. I need that logo. I need it all. I need it all. I need it in 47 brand. Ugh. You're witnessing me in real time right now, and I know this is probably horrid podcasting, but it's also great at the same time. You're witnessing me just like lament over nostalgia. You're witnessing me just like absolute nostalgia trip right now. And it's so funny to just see it all kind of shake out in real time. Oh wow, last year's City Edition $36.99. I'm not a white jersey type of guy. Oh, they only have it in small. So never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, they have it there. They have it there. I do like the Spectrum version. I wish it was the navy blue one. I wish they still had that available. I should have bought that when I had a chance. But yeah, I mean, like November 8th is going to be one of the best Sixers games of all time. Because it's going to be the biggest nostalgia trip we've ever seen. We're going to be swooning seeing Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, who's Swag Lord Tsunami, in these jerseys. It's going to be so sick. I'm so excited. They look great. Job well done. And it's going to be the first time I buy Sixers merchandise and apparel in a very, very long time. And maybe that's just like, oh, they got me. They got me with the nostalgia. Yeah, you're damn right they did, because that is my childhood. Those jerseys are my childhood. Those jerseys are why I became a Sixers fan. So I will be buying. I will be buying a jersey. I might try to get it custom with my name on the back so it never loses posterity. But I'm so excited that these jerseys are back, and I cannot wait to see them in person. I'm doing everything I can to be there on November 8th. Might go on February 11th if I'm around. I don't know if I'll be at PLL Champ Series then. Don't know the dates yet. But if I'm not, I might try to be there against the Knicks because Underground birthday celebration. How you doing? February 7th, February 11th, not that far down the line. Hopefully we're celebrating another Super Bowl. Hopefully we're celebrating the World Series champs. Hopefully we're celebrating the MLS Cup champs. All that good stuff. But yeah, the Iverson-Era jerseys are back, and you just witnessed a full-blown nostalgia trip from your boy, and I'm not mad about it. That is all I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you guys like the new layout. It's still not 100% done. I'm still doing some tweaks, but I think it's going to look really awesome when it's all said and done now that we have the new setup, and it's all thanks to you guys. It's all thanks to you guys for supporting this journey that we've all been on here at Underground and being able to get new bells and whistles and toys to put in the studio and make magic happen with our content. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. It truly means the world that we're able to do stuff like this, and it doesn't happen unless you're listening and watching and subscribing and following. So to everyone who has, thank you. To everyone who will continue to, thank you. To everyone who doesn't know we exist, how you doing? Hopefully you're here sooner rather than later. Make sure you guys are following us, like I said, on the socials at Underground PHI across the board. We're on every social platform. You can follow me on Twitter at KBICCL311. Subscribe to the pod. Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave us a 5-star review. Subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. Leave a like on the video, drop a comment in the comment section, and click that bell icon so you know whenever new videos go live. And this show, guys, is proudly presented by the city of Vineland, and the Garden State Comic Fest is coming to the new Vineland Convention Center Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, November 16th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Meet Melissa Joan Hart plus fan favorite stars like Dan Parent, the legendary Archie's comic artist and writer, Kevin Clash, the voice of Elmo, Splinter, and Baby Sinclair, and Keith Williams, the iconic comic book inker from Marvel, and more. Comics, cosplay, collectibles, and over 6,000 fans. Visit gscfvineland.com for all the details. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast. This has been episode number 780. I don't think I even said that off the top because I've been so excited about the layout, but this has been episode 780 of Underground Sports Philadelphia, a historic Phillies night, an Eagles injury-riddled edition, and the Sixers bringing me on a nostalgia trip edition of Underground Sports Philadelphia. I'm your boy, KB. Red October's coming. Get ready. We're bringing so much for Red October. You are not prepared for it. So strap in. Let's enjoy the ride. And I'll talk to you guys hopefully after some more Phils wins, an Eagles win against the Bucks, another Union win this weekend, and much, much more on Monday to get your week started off right as we gear up for Red October. But until then, I'm getting the heck up out of here, and I'm signing off. Go Phils, go Birds, go Union. Shout out to the Sixers for bringing the nostalgia. Peace.